Hello, hello. Let's see if we can get the audio to a good volume, but we're going live with some Magic the Gathering today, playing some Strixhaven. We're going to be doing some drafts, that kind of stuff, and then we will also just kind of be hanging out. Might play some Historic later on. I'm 2 wins away from making it to Diamond, and so, I would like to get into Diamond. That's always nice. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, haven't drafted much this set. By much, I mean any this set. So, here we are. But yeah, we're going to just kind of go in. I tend to do Premier drafts. So, should be hopefully a relatively chill stream. I don't necessarily know how many drafts we'll get in, but... oh, and also, of course, I would be remiss to not shout out that our Strixhaven top 10 cards is now live on podcast or on YouTube. And so you can find it there if you want to hear Chris and I chat through some of our favorite cards. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it and start drafting. We'll get into... Oh, get this out of the way. I'm not great at draft. I tend to rare draft and then consequently not do well because I rare drafted instead of picking actual synergies. So can't win them all, but we're gonna see what we can do. So what is this? So this is search for 4 basic lands. Put 1 in the battlefield tapped under the control that was played. Put 2 on the battlefield under your control and the rest into your hand. I'm not huge on that cycle. Let's see. Make something a frog or an octopus. It's a lesson. I'm not huge on going straight into multicolors. We might just take the removal spell and just kind of have that be our way of going open. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take the removal spell. I don't know if we're going to actually be in black, but Divine Gambit. Yeah, we're going to not play that. So they took the rare out of this pack. Man. Okay, I do like Prismari Apprentice. He says it can't be blocked. I don't know if we're going to actually take that, though. Chunk, welcome. Yeah, I really wish they would put this on console, too. Are we just taking another removal spell? I think we are. I really wish that they would... I miss what they did with Duels of the Planeswalkers. I think it was a really cool idea. And, yeah, I really wish that they would actually, do more of that. What is this? When you cast the spell, put a counter on target creature you control. I mean, I do like that. Impulse isn't bad either. I feel like we need to start getting creatures. By start, I mean it's pick 3, but we have 0 creatures and just have 2 commons so far. So. But hey, at least we didn't rare draft. But yeah, I would really like to see them either bring back Duels of the Planeswalkers or just bring Arena to console. I mean, I say that as someone who seemingly now has a computer that can stream Arena, which is great. But it's been a struggle, and they just ported it onto mobile, and so I feel like it'd be really cool for them to take that and then also try to bring it onto console. So what do we have here? I like Drake is fun looking. That's cool, but way too expensive. Exile it from the graveyard, draw a card, and lose a life. What's up, sports fans? And of course, Colin. I think we're going to take this. We're going to take the owl. Or are we taking Clever? I think we're going to take Luminancer. I've made my stance on puns well known. Just had to call that out for the... What are sports? Sports is Magic the Gathering Arena. So Deanna would always give me a hard time because like we'd come back from church on Sunday and I would just like put on like the whatever Magic tournament was happening that day, and it was like, oh, this is my sport. Was not actual sports, but watching people play Magic. Until end of turn. I think we're gonna just take this. We might find our way into Silver Quill. Oh, I really like the pup. This was like my like number 11 or number 12. Bear is nice, right? When it enters the battlefield, create pests. I think I'm going to take Bear. I really need to figure out what direction I'm like going color-wise. We might take... I think we're going to take the dual land. We're going to take the campus. Quidditch is a sport. Good call, good call. Locksteady, how you doing today? So I really like this art. Like I like the like missiles or whatever coming in to get the creatures or whatever. Or are the creatures the ones doing... Yeah, I guess they are the ones on the onslaught. Strategic planning is nice. Another campus. We might get this to just get a basic land. We don't have any great lesson cards yet, but we also don't have a ton else going on with this pack, so... Or any great learn cards, I guess, actually. And again, we would like creatures, but we're not really getting any. Or spells that would create creatures. So I guess let's just, again, we'll just take the dual land. I'm still not overly sure if we're going into blue or going, like, what direction we're going with our colors. I really like the white flyers. So I'm kind of leaning, like, white, black, maybe splashing green. We'll see. Speaking of which, we'll take Adventurer's Impulse, that tabled. I'm going to be kind of upset if you can't play Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, like, hard agree. Like, that really needs to be a thing. Even if it's not, like, a dedicated mode or something, like, there needs to be points during the game that you can... like have Quidditch, or there needs to be like a meaningful reason that your character isn't. Like it's like a choice where you choose to play Quidditch or choose to get into something else, and that's kind of like like one of the decisions that like affects the story. Is like who you're friends with because of that. I think we're gonna take this. Oh, that's the one that's super expensive though. I like this card, but man, it's expensive. I don't necessarily know what else we're taking. We're definitely not going in the blue so far. So we'll take Leyline and then just kind of go from there. We'll take the alligator. I don't really know what we're up to, but we're kind of all over the place right now. Okay, we're not going to play a second Leyline if we play one. So we're going to take the uncommon and just have that. Long time no see. So if you're in chat, we are playing Draft, which is God's Willing. Is it rare? Blah. We're playing Draft, which means basically we pick a card and then we pass the rest of the pack to somebody else. And then they pick a card, and then it kind of just goes around the table that way. I think we're taking this creature. There's not really anything else we want in this pack. I like Researcher, though. But we're already struggling with what colors we're doing. Okay, I think we might take the flyer here. Yeah. If we take the flyer and then are kind of just... Actually, are we playing black? Like, we have a lot of other good black, like white and green cards. Maybe we're splashing black. Image power equal to you don't control. Opponent dies turn, gain 2 life. I'm going to take the flyer. And then I like Fracture. Although I don't know, like, what is the artifact, enchantment, or planeswalkers in this set that we want to hit. I feel like we haven't seen any, like, Witherbloom creatures. We're going to take Fracture. Okay, well, we're going to snap pick that, right? Yeah, because this is our learn, so it gives us access to the lessons. Speaking of Witherbloom creatures. Yeah, I think we're going to just take Dina, and I think we are going to be kind of handily in the 3 colors. We don't have good fixing, but, you know, here we are. Oh, welcome, Jared. Didn't realize that Mythic archives are legal. Yeah. There was like some really wonky like stuff going around with people getting like Time Warp and Mizzix Mastery and stuff like that. Like, there's a whole lot going on. I kind of like this. Just gain life and draw a card, basically. Forest, put it in the battlefield. Yeah, we're going to take that. So this is kind of like one of my least favorite parts about drafting, is that like we've gotten through our packs and then everything is now like on this side over here for those players, and we're kind of just waiting. Okay, so what are we doing? So we got Clever, Impulse. I really like Professor of Symbology. Oh, we got a pack. Oh, we got a Cody. Are we rare drafting Cody? No, I think we're taking a creature. I think we're going to take this, the Blood Researcher. Yeah, this is so frustrating in person drafting too. Yeah, it really is. Now, granted, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm usually the slow one because I'm not, or I'm usually the fast one because I'm not great at drafting. So I just feel like I like 9, like this is probably the least rare drafty I've ever been, considering like, I mean, I don't think I have any rares. Yeah. I'm usually like really bad about just I just like fell off my chair. I'm usually really bad about just picking the high rarity cards and calling it. Are we really taking the Crocodile? Creature, no, I think we're going to take this. How are we doing on creatures? We have 11. We still have a whole nother pack to go. Yeah, we're going to take that. I say that, then we won't see any more creatures the whole rest of this. We'll take Defiance. I don't think we're playing it, but we'll take this one. More Titanic Flute, please. I would have to go grab the clip that y'all took of it from the other day with I guess it was Co-op Stream, right? I'd have to go find that. I guess I could like YouTube. I mean, it's on. Like it's on. Like it would come through the theoretically for y'all. I'm gonna actually turn up game audio a little bit. I've like kind of turned up my game audio for this. I usually have it pretty low, but just to kind of have some ambience in the background, so it's not just like me talking to myself. Okay, what do we got here? A whole bunch of things we don't want. So we're going to take the uncommon. We're not playing any of those cards, so we'll just take the more rare thing and then use that to pull up our progress. And what is it? It's alt. I have 0 of all of these cards. I'm not super interested in that. So I think we're going to just take Regrowth. I don't think we're playing it, but here we are. Here, I think we're going to just take Leyline. Like, we're close to maxing those out already. And here, we'll take Thrill. Okay, counter spell. I mean, like, what's the white side of this? Like, we could take this and just play Augusta. I'm not super opposed to that. Like, we're not gonna play Plarg, but like we could take Augusta and just play that. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Chunk. So after you pick 40 cards, you play against someone. Correct. We're gonna go through. Wait, sorry. What's this Magecraft? Put it. Creatures get +1/+1, or when another creature with flying dies, put a counter on target creature you control. I think we'll take Leonin. Yes, so we're gonna go through our 3 packs, pick our cards, and then after that we'll be put into the queue, and then we'll play against other players that have done the same. Yeah, it's gonna be 7 wins or 3 losses, whichever comes first. Plot twist, it will probably be 3 losses. Because, yeah, not great at drafting. As you can see by this, like, 2-color set that we're playing 3 colors in and a Plarg. But I love this Art of Claim the Firstborn. Okay, what is this? When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Cool. When it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. I'm kind of fine with that. What else would we do if we didn't do that? Gains Death Touch. Return to the battlefield tapped. Cool. We could take the flyer. I'm not like extremely opposed to that either. Or we could do this and just get the pests. I think we're gonna take the big one. This is probably wrong. And no fixing. Right. Well, we do have 2 Silver Quill campuses. So, you know. The funny thing is, like, I feel like we want to be playing Abzan. Or not Abzan. Well, Abzan. But we want to be playing green-white. But that's not supported in this format. So I think we're going to take another flyer. So we might actually just be cutting out the green from the deck. I'm not really sure what's going on. Or we're going to just take Letter of Acceptance. And now we have fixing. Not great fixing. But now we have fixing. So, and yeah, I mean, like, we're not playing. Come on, what's going on? Let's get that out of here. Don't think we're playing Leyline. Another Fracture. This thing's really sweet. I do like that one, but I don't think we're gonna try to do that. I like Agonizing Remorse. I think we might take that. There's a lot of graveyard synergies in this set, so getting something that can snipe a card from the graveyard seems really good. What specific game platform is this again? Kind of want to snag it because I haven't played MTG. Yeah, this is MTG Arena. I'm playing it through Epic right now. I think, yeah, I don't think it's on Steam, but you can also download it straight from Wizards if you don't use the Epic Store. And then, like, it's a great. I played free to play since closed beta. And I've never put any money into it. It's kind of, like most free to play games, it's you put in time or money, and then kind of just go from there. Each player sacks a creature, planeswalker. If you sack a permanent this way, you may return another permanent from your graveyard to your hand. We're gonna just take another removal spell. Lash of Malice. Show of Defiance. I like that. I like that. Professor's Warning is also a cool card. Or do we just take Letter of Acceptance so we can get our colors better? I think that is what we're going to do. Counterspell tabled, I think we're going to just take Counterspell. Like, we're not playing it, but there's nothing else really in that pack for us. So, but yeah, MTG Arena is a great platform. The economy is a bit rough. It's especially in terms of trying to think like the best way to say it. Or maybe we just want this lesson. Or do we want another campus? I think. How are we doing on creatures? We have 15. Okay, well, running out of time to decide. I think we're going to take the flyer here. Or no, we're going to take this removal spell. Yeah, the economy can definitely be a little rough in terms of just trying to get started. Take this removal spell again. But once you get going, there's definitely, like, I don't know if we're playing this, but let's see what we actually end up looking like. Woo! And we got some vault progress. Nice. And a rare or mythic I already have 4 of? What? What rare or mythics do we have that we would already have 4 of? If I do... I'm super confused to what happened. Like, how did we get gems back? We definitely don't have 4 Leonin. Huh, I'll take it. You either struggle through free to play or spend $1 million. There's no in between. Yeah, that's kind of the struggle. Okay, so let's... Oops. Okay, let's... Oh, I actually clicked on the thing I wanted to click on and then didn't actually do it. And why are our cards so big? Can we zoom? No? Okay. So let's see. So we want to only be looking at the 3 colors we're attempting to play. So we're 7 cards over. Let's get all of our lands out. So we want to get to 23 cards and kind of go from there. Let's see. So we do have, I mean, like, we have decent fixing. I mean, Chunk, yeah, that's why I don't play free to play. Yeah, it's a... I think we're jumping Professor. We're dumping that. How about we just cut the green? So if we cut the green, and then only do white-black. Oh, we just don't have enough playables. Good job, Cameron. Way to not draft well. So then... I don't think we have any color. I think the only colorless we have are lessons or letter of acceptance. I'm not huge on this, and I mean, this is definitely just a symbol of how bad I am at drafting, but yeah, no. So let's put the campuses back in, and then let's do... Let's see, so we only have 11 creatures. Yeah, we're playing green. Back to the drawing board, folks. Plot twist. The person who said they weren't good at drafting isn't good at drafting. Okay, so let's put those 5 cards back in. I'm also not, like, opposed to, like, this as just another creature. You're guessing you covered this on Interset Review, but your thoughts on lessons? I'm kind of hit or miss on lessons just because a lot of them just aren't great cards, but when you think of it as like almost like drawing a free card that just, instead of being blank or being random, is a specific effect. Scott Higa, how you doing? Yeah, this is my first draft, and plot twist, we did not do well. And so, but I really like the idea of the lessons. I like those counters. I like Fracture. I like Fracture, then just immediately take it out. I don't think we're playing Fracture because I have to get rid of 4 more cards. I just don't know what artifacts or enchantments we are playing, and if they have planeswalkers, they got us, like that kind of thing. That's a removal spell, like dueling, like removal spell. And take out Lash. That feels like probably the weakest of our removal. I think we're going to take that out. But, yeah, what's this game that's, yeah, drafting is a whole science. I'm not great at it, obviously. But Chung says, what's the game that's sort of like this at Blizzard? It's Hearthstone, yeah. And Hearthstone is definitely, like, I don't want to say better, like, online presentation-wise, but Hearthstone kind of has some cool advantages because it doesn't have to also try to be a physical game, which Magic obviously does have to. Okay, we want to take out some more non-creatures. I want to keep that. We already have some other learn, so I'm going to ditch Cram Session. And then I want to get rid of 1 more card. I don't want to get rid of Avenger's Impulse. Like, we're not casting it on 1, but it's fixing for us. And then maybe it's just 1 Defend the Campus. Oh no, I think it's the other way. I think we're going down a Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Okay. So let's put the campuses back in. And then we need 15 more lands. And so we want, I would say 3 forests, 2 forests. Do 3, and then we have 12 left, so we want 6 and 6. Let's do 6 and 6 plains and swamps. Man, it sure would be nice if we could just like hide the arts of these that we're like, we're never gonna play this one. Okay. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Jarrett. Have fun at the in-laws. Yeah, and Jarrett, let me know what you decide on the booster box. I definitely want to hang out if you do a pack opening stream. Then Scott says, yeah, if you could get the same box on Arena that you do physical, that would be awesome. Yeah, Scott, I would love it if we have all 3 of our colors, like no creatures, but we have like just removal.deck. Like, I actually think we're going to keep this. It's entirely possible that we just get run over here, but like, you know, as I said at the beginning, I'm not good at drafting, but yeah, I want to definitely see Wizards. Like Pokemon does it with their TCG, and I really want to see them like actually like start to do some sort of integration where like with the Pokemon TCG, you buy a pack, you get a code for a pack on their client. I just want to see them do that more with Arena, like tie it in. This is a cool little like school thing. Oh, they're playing red white flyers. Okay, so we're gonna do this. What does this do? I know we drafted this, but okay, exile a card from your graveyard to give target creature flying. I really like how they did the spirits in this set. Like, the art is really cool. Cameron and I used to play Duels of the Planeswalkers, and we played Magic in person one time, and to keep reminding him to turn cards. Yeah, what is it? The auto tapper. Definitely something that you can get used to. When it dies, put a +1 counter on it. If it had a +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. Okay, so what are we doing here? Any combat on your turn, target creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. That's pretty cool. Or are we playing this? When it enters the battlefield, put a counter on it. I think we're going to do this. We're going to just put a counter on it. And then now we can either like kind of hold and then start using our removal to take care of threats, or if we don't need to, pump the thing, or we can play Combat Professor and then start attacking in with Dueling Coach. Scott, Chunk, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Scott. We appreciate you. And Scott says, I bought a pre-made deck and got the same deck on Arena. Yeah, that's really cool. They I forget what they did that with, but they did that with a couple of the things, and they just need to do it with all. Like, they just need to go all in, or like even the products that aren't on Arena, they just need to give you something else for getting that product. I'm glad that they attacked, and that makes it so we don't have to consider if we're actually going to destroy stuff. Or if not, we're going to block this and kind of just open ourselves up for removal. I would really like to destroy that. I want to say like in response to removal, but I don't think that's going to specifically happen. And since we have all of our colors, we can sack Letter of Acceptance to draw a card if we need to at some point. So that's an option as well. What are we doing, opponent? Almost clicked to concede, just out of habit of going to that menu to concede a match. But what are we doing? We're just like chilling on their instep. Okay. Oh, so that destroyed a thing, put a counter, but they didn't. It's funny that they waited till their instep to cast that. Don't control, put a counter. Oh, if it costs less to cast during your instep. Well, that makes sense then. What are we doing here? Are we playing Combat Professor, or are we removing the thing? I think we're playing Combat Professor. I guess they're playing 3 colors as well. Like, I didn't notice the Lorehold Campus, even though I think it was like their first land. But so at least we're not the only crazy ones out here trying to make 3 colors work in a specifically 2-color format. I just realized my audio wasn't actually coming through my correct device. Okay, we're gonna block. So let me fix my audio. There we go. I don't know if that was feeding back for y'all, but hopefully it wasn't. Yeah. I just now realized it wasn't coming through my headphones. So I think we might be losing Combat Professor here, but if we are, we can... Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. So we might just be killing this Dusk Mage and then kind of just going about our lives. Can we kill? We can't currently kill Dusk Mage and draw a card, but okay, what is this? Scry 2. Okay, well, that kind of changes things. So now we can do that. So do we want to go ahead and kill it? They didn't get... I think we do. They're going to get to draw a card here. But we can sack the letter to draw a card. And then we're sitting at 6 mana, so we should be okay. And then if we just continue to not draw anything, we can scry off Silverquill Campus. Like, that's definitely annoying. Of course, we draw a land and then another land. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to pass. Yep, we can't use our removal spells because we're a crazy person. Just a few days away from getting your first dose of the vaccine. Did the first affect you at all? No, the first one, I just had a sore arm. And then the second one is like where I started to actually get side effects. And then like the second one, like my arm like didn't hurt at all. But I think I was just too Like I got chills and stuff from the second dose. I feel like I'm a lot lower than normal. I don't know if I am, but it feels that way. But it's awesome that you're going to be getting your dose. We're going to like actually be able to see people in person. And I'm super, when it attacks, you may pay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's less fine. They need to calm down. So if we do that, like we can pump it with these to kill something. But I feel like that's probably not where we want to be with our lives. We'd rather just draw a different card like that. Yeah, so we're going to play this, put the counter on it. They have plenty of life to pay with Arrogant Poet. So, like, I would assume that they're going to start giving that flying, or they're going to just kill our thing. Got us. We don't have enough to scry. Yeah, so we're, like, super dead here. Scott, you're getting your second dose on Wednesday. Nice. I'll say for me, like, the side effects kicked in, like, 14 hours after I got the shot. And so that's just something to be aware of. There you go. Realized after I changed my audio input, I didn't actually. Wow. Well, this is definitely about what we expected to happen. Lock, my second dose is this upcoming Friday. I've never been so excited to get a shot. Yeah, same here. So things we did wrong there. We drafted 3 colors, which is definitely not something we were doing. Kind of like what I said at the beginning. We really wanted to be in green-white, but that just wasn't really an option in this draft or in this format. So what are we going to do? We're going to cut out one of these. We're going to go up another creature. This is one of the nice things about a drafting on in general, but like on Arena is like you can, we messed up. Let's actually like go back to our cards and see what we can change and see if that goes better. This guy said your wife got her second dose a week ago and was laid up for a day. Yeah, mine wasn't as bad. Like granted, I also like work from home, so it's not like I actually have to go out and do stuff. Now that's a curve. So I think we're gonna keep. And we're gonna do this. And right now we can't attack with Clever, but okay, well, now we can. So we're gonna cast this. And then next turn, unless we draw an untapped land, what's gonna happen is we're gonna play Campus, then Agonize and Remorse them, and use that to pump our team. And we'll just kind of go from there, I guess. Chunk says, yeah, I'm already making plans with friends in June. Yeah, like it's crazy to be able to like finally make plans with people again. And like actually after like a year of not really being able to do like normal stuff. And so like we have some board game stuff coming up and like just things that like, I don't know, we probably could have found a way to do safely, but yeah, so we're going to do it exactly like we just talked about. So target player mills 3 cards. They can kill a thing. It's a trample. 3 life. So I think we are taking the Witherbloom command. Or are we taking the creature? What is this? That's a 3/1. Okay, I think we're going to take the creature. And then just kind of hope that over the next couple turns we can just like aggro them down enough. I say question mark, like not honestly sure if that's what we're supposed to be doing, but here we are. They can kill Luminancer with Witherbloom command if they want. But hopefully we made it so they don't have another real play this turn. Like if they want to learn here, they can. Yeah. Like we're fine with this. Like and then I mean we would have loved to have drawn a land there. Okay, so we're gonna play this. And we're going to attack. And then we're gonna tap those, which is like funny because like we could have just not done that whole ability and we would have just had the mode we wanted, but whatever. So here they now have enough for the Moldering Karak. Yeah, trample and lifelink. There's the land we wanted last turn. It's funny because like we don't specifically want to actually give our creatures vigilance, but I guess we can still just tap it with that, and they can either take the hit or trade. Shit, like I guess we're just kind of okay with. Like they're tapped out, so we shouldn't get blown out here. Cool. And then now we have like we'll have like a 4/3 flyer that we're attacking with, right? I think that's how those abilities will stack up. And we can just kind of make our way through. Eventually we'll draw another non-creature spell and we'll have Magecraft going. Oh, we don't have green mana. Cool. So what else? So this would... So that would die if we attacked. Although if we put this here... Let's attack with those. What do they have? Command is a sorcery, so we're fine. Yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, so we're going to do that. So this way, if they block Luminancer, like, we'll trade. Cool. And then we'll play Dusk Mage, and go from there. We're definitely in, like, a wonky place, but I don't know. We obviously did this to ourselves, so. So for people that, again, you should go check out our top 10 Strixhaven cards. We talk about the Dean cycle. In Strixhaven, there's 5 colleges, and each of their 2 deans are represented on the front and back side of a card. And so one of the cool things about that is that you can play a card even if you can only cast one side. And so, like, we only have, we have no red mana, so we could never cast Clarg. But we do have white mana, so we can cast Augusta. And so it's a cool way of kind of getting, like, creatures out and being able to do cool things and stuff like that that you don't normally get in a set. Okay, I'm super confused. Okay, I think we might just swing all out and then we can defend the campus if we need to. I mean, by all out, I mean we're not attacking with Augusta. But, yeah. So I think we're going to do this. Put another counter on Luminance, or another trigger on Luminancer. And then I'm going to just tap that. Yeah. And then so here, if there is something going on, like they try to block with Blood, Researcher. No? Okay. That was not what I was expecting, but sure. I didn't anticipate them to not have anything, considering they specifically chose not... Oh, they can't, because it's Destroy. Oh, I thought this just made a pest. Good job, Cameron. But they're just sitting on this Witherbloom command, and... I don't know. Like, I definitely feel like at some point you need to just fire this off to kill Luminancer. And to like drain me or something, because then it'll drain again, it'll gain you life and put a counter on that, like, or I guess they could try, or they might try to play the Plague Mage, which we'll snap destroy. But if they don't do anything here, like, yeah, if they don't do anything here, we just have a... Okay, so this is the play that we were discussing. So they're going to destroy that, and we're going to lose 2 life. They're going to gain 2 life. So we're fine with this. And then, what is this? Inquisition? Sure, that's fine. So they're going to remove, take a card with converted mana cost 3 or less, which are our green cards that we drafted, but, you know, can't play because we're not good at Magic. And then I would love it if they would attack here. That would make me super happy. Come on, send them both. Okay, so they didn't do that. So I feel like we are going to just need to destroy Blood Researcher. And then we can go from here. Yeah, I mean, that seems good. Do this. Where are we putting the counter? I mean, it's probably just on Promising. Just so that we can... And we'll do this. Then we'll attack with everything. And then we want to do more damage. So we want to tap both of those. And now they have to block or they're dead. And then here, even if they do block, like, I think we just have them with the Flyers next turn. Seems pretty good. Maybe. Let's see. Like, we know they can't do anything. Like, they don't have any instants. Yeah. And so now we just have them in the air with Combat Professor next turn. Let alone something like Dueling Coach or anything like that to also attack. So ideally here we can kind of just put them into the Abyss. And we can kind of just say, well, sure, you can keep going, but if you do, you just lose whatever you cast every turn. What are you doing for 4 mana? What'd you draw? I want to know. Show me. But if you're in chat, hope you're having a great Sunday. It is Sunday, right? Yeah. And okay, yeah, so we just have them. We finally drew our 5th mana. But we're gonna just do this. We're gonna just send the Professor. And that should just be it. Yep. Exaxes. Nice. So we only sent the Professor just in case we were to get blown out by something. Then we only lose that, but we have all of our other creatures back on defense. So we got a win. I'll take it. We definitely saw the problem with our draft in that, where we just had 2 green cards sitting in our hand and not doing anything. Because we didn't draw any of our forests or our acceptance letter. So, like, you know, it happens. But yeah. If you're in chat, how is your day? How is your life going? All of those things. What is a movie that you recently watched? We're going to keep this. This is kind of like the same curve that we had last time. I was just about to say, except we don't have a 3rd land. And then there we go. Yeah, you get to remind yourself daily what day it is. Yeah, like, it definitely gets me a lot recently. And especially, like, during the week, it gets me even. Do we only have 1 lesson? Oh, I definitely thought we had more than 1 lesson that we drafted, but oops. Are we actually playing the other lesson on accident? Did we do that? Okay. So I mean, like, we're attacking here, right? Like, we're just playing sciences and then getting a forest and then attacking? Or are we going to play Augusta and then send in with just Professor of Symbology? I think we are doing this. Now we can attack with both. We set ourselves up to have removal spell into Owl next turn. Or removal spell next turn into Owl the following turn. Or if we don't do that, we can play Augusta next turn. We're not quite like using our mana efficiently. Comics in the Cross coming in with the raid. Thank you so much. We are playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. And I think we're going to just kill this thing. We are doing a draft of the new Strixhaven set, which is similar but legally distinct from Harry Potter. And so having a lot of fun. Not doing great because we're not good at drafting, but, you know, it happens. And so here we are. Isaac, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate the lurk. Hope the rest of y'all's... gonna not attack. The rest of y'all's... what is it? Apex Legends stream went well. Harry Potter, that's the devil's media. I don't think we want to block or anything here. So we'll just take this 6. Chunk, I need to make it so the shout out command actually works. Because it does not. So what are we doing here? So we can put counters on something. So we're going to play Augusta. This will give us the ability to attack. And then now we can put counters on a creature and give it lifelink. And this is a sorcery, so we have to decide if we're doing this now. I feel like we're probably just putting this on the Owl, right? Yeah, I think we're just putting this on the Owl. And then we'll send with those. And tap them so that we can trade with the bear if they block with the bear. That'll gain us a bunch of life. And then now we just had to try to stabilize. I mean, it went well. We were successfully awful. Or sufficiently awful, as always. Hey, do what you gotta do. And so, what do we have? What is this? This is 8, 9, 10, 11. So I feel like we just have to block. So I'll block the Professor. Okay, so let's play this. Let's play the Letter of Acceptance. Let's play the other owl. And then let's send with this. Actually, I think we just gain 5. Oh, whoops. Well, oh well. Why didn't we... Oh, the lifelink is only 1 turn? Oops. Reading the card explains the card, everyone. All right, gonna hang with the fam. Have a good one. Thanks for the lurk, and thank you so much for the raid, Comics. Dana, I don't know how many hours I spent yesterday, but I may be addicted to Jurassic World Evolution. Yes. And then, okay, so what's happening here? So how can we stay alive? Or can we stay alive? Because we misclicked there. So if we do that, do this, do that, we take too much. So we can't block that way. But we don't really have other blocks because we accidentally tapped that, so. Yep. Yeah, so there our big mistake was we should not have tapped the other Owl Shield Mage. But, you know, it happens. It happens. But yeah, Deanna, you were having a lot of fun with Jurassic World Evolution yesterday. Making great progress. Like, I mean... No, Chunk, you did the command right. I just don't think I have it set up to actually work. So I think that's one that's on me. I need to get that. I need to get that set up in Nightbot. And I just haven't. So I know, like, it's even like the same. Like, I know some people's like lurk messages, like specifically will give them a shout out for lurking, and just stopping by. And I just haven't taken the time to figure out how to actually set those up and get those going. So. It is what it is. But other people coming from Comments on the Cross, glad to have y'all. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully we'll Snap not keep this hand. Well, this is fine. Keep 6. We're going to get rid of Ink Master, I guess. No, you're good, you're good. And we're going to just Adventurer's Impulse right away, and so that's kind of weird. So we take Professor, we get the lesson that then gets us a land, and we get to put stuff on the board. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, Letter of Acceptance. We would love to draw a land, but like here or on our next turn, or like on one of the next 2 turns, we would like to draw a land, just so that we could go environmental studies into something else. Got it. And so I think we're gonna just do Letter of Acceptance. This will let us actually like go into like a bigger top end. Like we can play Dueling Coach next turn, or we can Studies and something else. We could actually Studies then Plarg. Kind of funnily enough, we do have a way. Reveal cards from something to reveal a non-legendary non-land card. Mana value may cast that without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards. We actually might play Plarg. Funnily enough, I was like, we don't have a way of casting it, and sure enough, we actually do. Yeah, so I think we're going to actually play Plarg. And then we don't want to specifically do that. So I think we are going to just do this. Let's get another white mana. And then we're not going to attack. So then from now on, we can just Plarg if we don't draw something we want to play. Watch them just snap kill it, but like, you know. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. So I'm pretty sure we're blocking the land. I really think it's interesting that Plarg, you tap, discard a card, then draw a card, but they could have just given it Learn. Yeah, it's kind of, we anticipated that being some sort of trick, but there's just so many like wonky things in this set because of Learn. Not because of Learn, because of the Mythic Archives. So, yeah, we're gonna just do this. I'm gonna put a counter on Dueling Coach. And then I think we're gonna just put 2 counters on Plarg. I don't necessarily think we're going to attack with it, but now we have pretty good defense. Or are we going to? I think we are. Not into their open mana. Revitalize? Sure. Sure. Yeah, and so for people that joined recently, we were playing Draft. So the idea is that we get a booster pack of cards. We pick 1 card out of it, then we pick the pack, pass the pack to the next person. And then there's 8 packs going around at a time. And then you do 3 total packs that way per person. And so as you go, you build your deck, and that's the deck that we did. I am very not good at Draft. And so we're kind of like, y'all are kind of getting to like watch me struggle through it, but hey, here we are. Good news is we can discard this land to Plarg and then go through, but I gotta sack a creature or planeswalker. Sure, I think we're gonna sack Dueling Coach. The fact that Plarg just like lets us get cards for free, I think is too good. And so let's discard this, draw a card, hopefully turn that land into something better. Oh, or turn it into more lands. Perfect. Chunk super tempted to snag Jurassic Park Evolution while it's on sale for $11.49 on the PlayStation Store. Yet, we're going. Oh, we don't want to sack that to draw a card, because we want to be able to activate Plarg. Tricky. So I think we might just activate. No, I think we're going to pass. We're going to keep Plarg up to block, and then we'll activate after blocks, or I guess here if they try to remove it somehow. Destroy target artifact. Well, that kind of means we have to do this now. That was probably not the less than 3 drop that we wanted, but oh well, here we are. Here we are. So now we can't activate Plarg anymore, so we can still rummage, so we can discard the card to draw a card, but and then we do still have the that is Vigilance? Nice. Okay, so are we just attacking with Plarg here? We would kill one of their things. I don't think we are. I think we're gonna do this first. Okay, we got the Professor. I like that. So Professor of Zoomancy, which is of course Zoo Science or Zoo Magic, comes with a Pest, and so now we have a chump blocker too. So that seems pretty cool. Oh man, you missed the jump. You're back though. Welcome back. Okay, I think we're going to... Man, we're 1 mana short again. And so... Let's see. So if we send the bear... they could use 2 things to kill it. Or we could... What's happening? The Paradox, thank you so much for the follow. And then, okay, so I think we are going to play the Owl. We're going to go up, and I think we're going to put a counter, or give Vigilance to Plarg, and then attack like this. They have, I mean, multiple things that they could double block to kill, but, oh, if they're going to just let this happen, we're fine with it. And so we have our Pest to chomp something. We now have a Flyer that we can, like, be working our way in. And then we have the ability to just kind of go through our, oh, what is this? Yes. Target player reveals their hand. Choose a non-land card from it. The player discards the card. So if we rummage here and hit a land, I don't think we take that. We're gonna just let them put a counter on something. I don't think it works that we can just turn that into something else, but yeah, it is basically like Zoo Tycoon, but it has like a really cool, yeah, highly recommend. I mean, I haven't played it. I've been watching Deanna play it, but it has some like really cool, like campaign style stuff. Are we just double blocking here to kill the troll? Gain life, you gain that much +1 instead. Yeah, like I think we might just be blocking with our whole team here. And hopefully not getting blown out. Okay, cool. That was what we wanted to happen. I mean, we lost Plarg, but of course we immediately draw land. Okay, so let's see. So we're going to go up. We're going to put the counter on the professor, or the trigger on the professor. Because now if they block it, they'll be able to trade with both their creatures. And then we'll end the turn. Doing okay. It's going okay. It's going okay. You hate sim games on controllers. Yeah, I definitely think sim games take a lot of getting used to on controllers. Especially compared to like other, I guess other genres, for lack of a better word. Like I feel like games that are very like menu heavy are a lot more difficult on console. Just because there's so much detail that you need to be able to like get to like relatively quickly. But yeah, like so like the campaign's really cool. So like you start on an island, and then you, as you get that park up, oh, it's gonna give indestructible. Nice. As you like level up your park, you unlock more and more islands, and then those islands are how you get access to the bigger and better buildings as you play more and more. And so it's really cool because then like each island is like has a different like gameplay theme, for lack of a better word. The owl is like really good against us. So we could kill the owl, take our damage, and then still be able to just attack through. That might just be where we're at. Yes. So this will let us attack. We would like to pay 3 life. Yes. And then let's do this. I'm gonna put a counter on the Lumiancer. And then we're gonna attack with them. So we put the trigger on the clever because if they If they blocked, it lets it trade with any of their things. Inklings with flying, right? Inklings are, yeah, 2/1 with flying. Humiliate. Okay, so this is what we were wondering about earlier. So we don't have a land, or we only have a land. And so, like, they can't choose a card for us to discard, but they do. Okay, so they do get the counter. Okay, that is what I expected, but I was hoping that wasn't the case. So how long until I'm letting dinosaurs loose so they can eat people? You get a carnivore pretty quickly. And so it's definitely not a it's not that long of a journey if you want to do that fast. Okay, so what are we doing here? So we can jump our spring main, and that means that we would have 2 flyers. We'd want to put the counter on the spring main, or the trigger. I keep saying counter. So let's put this here. Let's attack. Let's, I'm gonna exile 4, oops. Oh, exile a card? Oh, that's so much better. 4 mana exile. For some reason I thought it was 4 mana exile 4 cards. Yeah, this is the exact result we wanted. We got to keep our professor. And then, let's see, they're out of cards. We should be able to survive any attack, so we should have them with flyers next turn. They attack in. We get them with the pest. Yeah, we should be good. Emperor Palpatine, good. So they have nothing crazy here, right? They could pump Dina, so we want to block that. We're gonna just block here just to be safe. I guess we should have blocked on the swamp, not on the apprentice, but oh well. And then now we have enough damage from flyers that we should be able to get Exaxes next turn. Cool. And we got it. But yeah, and then also Chunk, it's not necessarily a challenge, but they give you like these little contracts you can do like as like side missions to earn some money. And one of them is to actually have like dinosaurs fight, because it'll like drive up the entertainment value. And so you have to like get like a carnivore and like a herbivore and like have them fight each other. It feels like super mean because obviously like that's like super unethical, but like and it was like super expensive if you wanted to actually do it. But this is fine. Again, Professor of Symbology coming in really clutch here with our way to get that lesson to get our other land type. Oh, what am I doing? I need to change this so that, oh, speaking of other land type, we can just draw it, and then that answers that problem. So what do we have? This card is so awkward with a draft. I think we're gonna just play this. Like, it's like we can't attack with it here. We actually don't have any instants or sorceries in our hand, so like it's not gonna get pumped anytime soon. We're gonna play this, and then on next turn, this will let us Professor and Blood Researcher. Wonder how hard the platinum is. I feel like that platinum would be very difficult. Like I just feel like in the like, yeah, like I don't know actually. I say that, but It feels like a platinum that should be very difficult. I guess that's the way I'll say it. Like, there's just so much going on that I could definitely see there being some. Do we actually want that lesson? Or do we want to just discard one of these lands to draw a card? I actually think that's what we would rather do. Of course, we discard a land to get a land. Perfect. Yeah, so like here we're kind of in like this weird place where like because we drafted so poorly, like we have Blood Researcher that needs life gain to get better. We have Clever that needs Instance of Sorceries. We have Symbology, but we only have one lesson. And then we like just have like our Letter of Acceptance just like chilling over here, not doing anything. Well, I mean, doing something, providing us mana, but... And then they're over here just like passing the turn, which like super confuses me. So we're going to just play this, and I guess we're going to just attack. Like, I don't really know what they're up to, but we can attack here, and then we can crack the Letter of Acceptance since we have so many lands. I'm so confused to what is happening. So on their instep, we'll crack the letter to draw a card. Yeah, I'm super confused by all of this. Like, I don't know what's going on. They have 5 mana and have cast 0 spells. So they can do 5 damage to target creature. Okay, sure. Sure. So we would like, honestly, that. Okay, so if we play this, we can play this and Dina. And then we're going to just put the counter on the research, or the trigger on the researcher and go from there. Like, we have a pretty wide board, and I'm trying to think of what Mythic Archives they could have for 6 mana. Like, is like Blasphemous Act in the Mythic Archives? Good game. Okay. Sure. I'll take it. Into silver, nice. I have no clue what happened there, but we will definitely take that as a win. And so, sure. Okay, let's keep going. I think that was our 3rd win, right? Maybe they kept getting bad draws. Yeah, like they kept like a land-heavy hand and then just kept drawing lands. Like that definitely seems like reasonable. This is super sketchy. Like this hand. Oh, we're gonna keep it. So the trophy roadmap for Jurassic World says 3 out of 10, 30 to 40 hours. That super surprises me. Oh, we should have played this one since we actually have a removal spell in hand. Yeah, now we just have this awkward thing where we just have to play this guy and then attack for 1. Whereas if we would have done it the other way, we could have... Oh, they got the pests. So here's another land. So, okay, so if we Agonizing Remorse, we take something. Yeah, we're going to do this. Because otherwise we can't attack with Clever. Oh my gosh, what are these cards? Player loses 2 lives. You draw 2 lives. Gain a life. Flying Death Touch. I'm not a big fan of them having this. So I think that's what we're going to take. And then we'll send with the team. They don't have blue mana right now, so they can't really do anything with Drake. And then we have a removal spell lined up for their pest. Not their pest. By lined up, I mean we have to draw a land, but. So we're going to just send this. And then, yeah, we would really like them to play a land. Or I guess we would actually like them to not. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that was an instant. But yeah, so we'd like them to, cool, not a blue land. So now if they play this, now we would like to draw a land. Good, good. And now we can attack with the team. This card is really wonky. Like that interface for because it's untapping, then you choosing to tap again. Yeah. I think Talos. Oh, they're gonna. Sure, I mean, we're not happy about that, but we're fine with that. So let's send this in, get a point of damage in, then cast the owl. I think Greg was playing it on stream for a while, or I know Isaac from the Infinity Bros was. So, sure. What do you have here? Please don't be the mythic learn card that just like gives them a bunch of tokens. That would definitely be super inconvenient. Of course, the exact card we didn't want them to play. Okay, so we can play this. Now, so this gives them a 2/2, a 3/2, and a 4/4. I think we're gonna just play this. And then let's attack. Man, I really wish Magecraft was prowess. So it would trigger off all non-creature cards. Okay, what are they doing? So they gained 3 life. We got another owl. So let's send with these. Let's play the other owl. I just don't know how we're beating Mascot Expedition, but here we are. Or I guess maybe the way that we're beating it is we just have flyers. Because it only gives 1 flyer. Graveyard and library 3rd from the top. Okay, so that's not relevant. I mean, we're not... I don't think we're blocking here. That would have been crazy if they just blew us out there for us not blocking. But I guess it already had trample, so I'm not sure what it would have mattered really. But okay. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna give this flying. And then I think we're just swinging with the team. Yeah, and then this should just be lethal. This should be exactly 6. Nice. Okay. I mean, for how much of a mess this deck was, like, I'm pretty impressed with some of the games it's been able to pull out so far. We're up to 4 wins. Like, it's definitely a mess, but we're doing well. Or well enough. Let's see. If people aren't in the Discord, highly encourage them to come hang out with us there between shows. We'll be doing our normal podcast tomorrow, hanging out with everybody. That's a snap mulligan. But we always chat and stuff between episodes, we're trying to grow that community and kind of just have things continue to grow there. And so we have all sorts of stuff going on, and we'll organize more community nights and watch parties and stuff like that. And then we also have more to our channel besides just me not being great at drafting. We also have Monday night podcasts, and then we have a once a month, I think we're going to take Dina. We have a once a month book club, the last Thursday of the month, and then a once a month D&D game. Because we can't double spell. And so a once a month D&D game, the second Saturday of the month. And so both of those are a ton of fun. Definitely encourage people to come and hang out, be a part of all that stuff. We need to get a bit more of them going, but we have stuff like game, sacrifice creatures power, community game nights and stuff like that. We did some Fall Guys on stream. I guess it was last week, 2 weeks ago. And then we need to do some more like Jackbox games and Among Us, that type of stuff as well. And so you got to put it on the bird, right? Yeah. And then so we can activate Reckless, which is enough to take out. Maybe I super like undervalued Reckless. Okay, so let's just attack. We're gonna send both of these. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can activate Reckless and then play the Leonin. Seems fun. Oh, and then I also wanted to say, while I was getting into stuff that we have for podcasts, we also have a channel points thing where you can submit a top 3 idea or like a question for the show. And so if you ever think of anything, feel free to do that. Or if you just want to hang out in the Discord, we also can take those ideas there and keep them, have them written down and stuff like that. So don't feel like you have to use channel points to suggest cool ideas. So what do we got? Wow. I mean, I think we're going to just do this. We're going to activate this ability. That was definitely not what I was expecting them to do. But we'll take it. We will take it. Yeah, that seems... Remember how, like, last time we were talking about how, like, this isn't great when we don't have life gain? Well, now we have life gain. So if we... I don't think we want to send with Dina. Maybe we do. So they had to double block Dina. And then... yeah. And so this just lets us sack the pest to kill the eager first year. So okay, that's the last you're buying until Ratchet and Clank, you swear. So I'm super interested to what all is going to happen with Ratchet and Clank. Like, I know a lot of places have been talking about, like, I don't know if it's like a rumor or just like fan hopes. Oh, they're playing red. Oh, so they just had a very rough draw if they just now drew their... They had 4 planes in a row. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about, like, it'd be super cool if we could get like a Crash Bandicoot or a Jack and Daxter crossover into Rift Apart. And so things like that, where it's like, these would be super cool if we could get a lot of that kind of stuff going on. Okay, opponent, what are we doing? So yeah, so this is why we killed the other thing, the owl, instead of Dueling Coach, is like their activated ability on it, like it's 5 mana to do nothing right now. Like, I can't make it that promise Mass Effect is before. The spell can't be countered, deals 4 damage. I mean, we could fizzle it. I don't know if that like specifically gets us anything. Oh, actually cancel. We don't want to do that because we want to crack our letter of acceptance here. This kind of makes me think they might have a bunch of like red removal. Ugh, that's not what we wanted. That's fine. They might have a bunch of red removal that they're just like sitting on in hand. Yeah, we're fine with this. And then like they should have a lot of trouble dealing with the owl. Since if they can't really target it, so because if they target it, they lose. So we should be in good shape. Yep. I'll take it. I'll take it. So the way that drafting works on Arena is that you can either pay with coins, which is the like free-to-play currency, or as you win things, you can earn gems. So either way. And so a draft costs 10,000 gold, of which we now have 21,000 because that's what we used to get in. And then, or you can use 1,500 gems. So getting to 5 wins is really important because that means that we've actually made back all of the gems we would have spent. Excuse me. And so like, that's like, I don't know. I'm super impressed that we actually got there, A, with this deck, but just like that in general, I don't typically get to 5 wins with drafts. So it's definitely something that I'm pretty like happy with myself that is able to get here. This is fine. We'll have this into the get a land. But we actually might be playing Light Scribe first. Ooh, they just double mulliganed. Don't necessarily like it to have to get a win that way, but I love this art. Like they did such a good job with this set. I mean, most Magic the Gathering art is really cool, but I especially like this set. Okay. So that kind of changes our need to play something quickly. So I think we are going to just play the Professor. Let's get our lesson. Okay, so Chunk already pre-ordered Mass Effect, so it doesn't count. Okay, so what are we playing here? We're definitely attacking with the Professor. Okay, so are we going to go ahead and get a land? I don't think we are. I think we're going to play Leonin, play a land. And then next turn we'll Environmental Sciences. So what is this? It has First Strike, which isn't great for us. We really wanted another land there. Yeah, that was a mistake. We should have played Letter of Acceptance last turn. Okay, so we're going to play this. Gain some life, and then not attack. Okay. So when am I starting God of War? Probably, let me look at the calendar real quick. It'll probably be the 9th. May 9th is when I'm looking to start God of War. Okay, we drew a land. Yeah, so I'm thinking here is we play this into Letter of Acceptance, into Environmental Science. That pumps the team. We get a swamp. That effect was really loud. And then we'll send in with these two. Hit them for a bunch. Nice. Let's just turn some stuff down a little bit, you know. But yeah, so hopefully starting that, I guess that's like the second exile target monocolor permanent, sure. The second Sunday in May. That's kind of just how schedule stuff worked out. I mean, that would be... Yeah, I think we're going to do this. We're going to put a counter here. Then attack with it. That seems cool. Yeah, because that's how stuff works. Next weekend is the Great Commander Showdown on Saturday. And so typically I don't stream on Sundays after that. And then Vigilance and Trample. And then it's also Comic in the Cross's stream on that Sunday. So I'll be participating in some of that also. I want to just hold this up. I think I at least want to hold that up for now. We'll attack here, then just kind of see what happens. I definitely thought they were not going to block, and I was like crazy hyped. Okay, so this is going to pump it up a bunch. But then we can now just destroy it with this, with Defend the Campus. And then, so we don't get to hit them with anything this turn, but we can now play the Dusk Mage. But yeah, so I'll be participating with them for Among Us on for their charity stream, and then we'll also be hanging out, I think, for trivia. And so we should have some great fun doing those things. Okay, so what do we have? So I think we want to play this. Locke, you're going to be on for golf. Nice. So we're going to go here. I kind of want to not attack here. Although what happens? They block those. They take 4, so they... Oh, no, because they're just dead, right? If we attack. As long as... I say as long as nothing crazy happens. But they shouldn't be around to get rid of that. Around that. Yeah, I just took it. And if they did, they do Sea of Thieves and ask. You'll definitely do that too. But they haven't asked. And then... Oh, yeah, and one of their... what is it? One of their rewards is that Cross is going to dye his hair, like blue and green, right? Jate, how you doing? Glad to have you joining us today. Playing some Magic. How are things going for you? Blue and pink. Okay, I was right. We are kind of struggling through our first draft and did not draft well, but have currently gone 6-2. So like no complaints there. We have defend. This is not a great hand, so we'll do that. This is fine. We're going to ditch a swamp. Doing well, lurking and working. Nice, nice. I'm doing well. Had a good Sunday so far. Slept in a little bit. Which wasn't like necessarily what was intended, but you know. No big complaints. And then, other than that, kind of just been doing normal stuff. Work is going well. Nothing too crazy going on there. And so, let's do this. Get the forest. We'll take the Silver Quill Campus. Give us something to do with our mana if we stall. Dang, that's a great record for a bad draft, you think? To be fair, I guess fair to myself or something, I'm extremely bad at... Oh, they missed a land drop. At, like, determining power level of, like, limited decks. And so, like, I've definitely had... Okay, we'll take it. I've definitely had limited drafts where or, like, sealed events where I've been like, this is like the perfect deck. No one can beat it. And I've gone like 0-3. And then I've had the other ones where I've had like one rare in the whole deck. And I rolled through and like went like 7-1. And so, yeah, so we ended up 7-2. Jake says, day of rest. You're hoping for an afternoon nap. Nice, nice. So things actually worked out. I can move this up, right? No? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So we actually ended up doing pretty well. I mean, any kind of positive thing is definitely a a good record. But so we ended up, 7-2. Letter of Acceptance was definitely good, not great. I liked it with Plarg that one time where we were actually able to like cast the red side and then have that ability, even though we just hit Clever off of it. But in hindsight, yeah, this is definitely not a deck for Clever. We're playing like 5 instants and sorceries, but it's definitely just not enough. Defend the Campus was cool. Basically just an instant speed removal spell, which is fine. The Pump is a cool like bonus effect, but we never really used it. But yeah, overall, a really solid draft as it turned out. And so, yeah. So that was it. That's our first draft. We're going to go. Let's claim our prize. Already been going close to 2 hours. Trying to decide if I want to start another draft. We would not be able to finish a second draft unless I just like scrubbed out in matches. So I think what we're gonna do instead is, you know what? We're gonna draft again. I don't know if we're gonna actually finish this draft, but we're gonna draft again. I decided. We were gonna play some Historic instead, but I want to just see some more of the new cards. So we'll play this and at least kind of knock out some of the games if we don't actually finish. And then we might switch over to Historic Ranked. I'm 2 wins away from Diamond. And so we'll see. I tend to stall out in High Platinum. What is this? Weather the Storm. Nice. Strixhaven Stadium. Are we playing black again? And just playing removal? Lorehold Exfit? Like, there's a lot of red here. I really like Dragon's approach. I mean, I don't think it's good, especially not in draft, but I also really want to kill someone with Strixhaven Stadium. Like, I don't think that's actually like something that you should be thinking about, but man, what do we want to do? We might just take Weather the Storm. Like, it goes really well with the Witherbloom theme. And we're going to get double major. Master Symmetrist was one of my favorite cards from this set. I think we are going to just pick double major. There's not a lot of... I'd assume Symmetrist isn't going to table, but we'll see. We'll see. There are no... Discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. There's 7 more cards in your graveyard. Create a 3/2. No green creatures. I think we're going to just take the Serpent. And just cut out of... Try to cut blue in this. So that we can signal to, like, the people after us to, like, you know, not play blue. So this flying, and it just it doesn't untap. That's fine. We can reject. I think we're going to just take the 7/7 here. Like, we're going to have to, like, ramp our way up to this Bookworm, but, like, it's a solid, like, I mean, an 8 mana 7/7 that draws and gains life, like, oh, I get to ban someone. And that's okay. What are we doing here? What is this? Initial cost to cast a spell, sack a creature, or pay 3. I feel like we really want to try them. Try that. That seems really cool. Did that not? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Chunk, thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to just keep signaling that we are definitely playing blue. And try to see if we can get some good Quandrix cards going. Of course, we're going to try to signal that we're playing blue, and then there's 8 billion blue cards in this pack. Learn, draw a card, learn. I like flyers. Like, I mean, evasion is just good. But it's a 3-1. I think we're going to take pop quiz. Like, we can start working towards getting lessons now that we have a learn card. So, square up seems good. Yeah. So I think our Symmetrist would be in this next pack if it tabled. It might be 2 after this. I'm not 100%. Junk, I got to ban someone. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Always fun to bring the ban hammer down. Good old mod powers. Okay, so what are we doing here? I don't think we want another square up. So I think we're going to take this lesson. And then be ready to go there. We'll take the Quandrix Campus. Here, not really anything we want. So I think we're going to just take the Clever Luminancer, put that in the sideboard. We'll take Reject. We have a lot of 2-drops going on here. Don't specifically want either of those, but we'll take the... Okay. Don't overly want the Snarl. There's no just blue or... there's a 1 green creature. As long as we have 8 or more lands. Yeah, we'll take that and just, I guess, signal that this is where we are. It feels super counterintuitive to my normal play patterns to pass the rare, but we got to get good sometime. Okay, so what is this? Tap, add a mana, or tap and add X, where X is the amount of life we gain this turn. That's cool. Again, really cool art. Let's see. Yeah, I really want to get a good 1-drop going so we can get this plant dog going on turn 2. Like, just sack another creature, play a 5/4, start attacking for a bunch. Oh, cool, we got the Honor Troll. Yeah, we'll take the Honor Troll. Okay, so what do we have here? Whirlwind Denial is definitely a cool pick. Draw a card for each different power amongst creatures you control. That also seems good. But I think we'll take the counter spell. How are we doing? We're at 8 creatures. I really like Weather the Storm. I was playing a historic match with this, and then it was playing a lot of the new Quandrix cards, and I just tried to storm off, and then, like, basically it was like gain 50 life, and then you just can't really get back. Decisive Denial. Make it the fight or counter a non-creature spell. Not huge on that, but so I think we might be taking Field Trip instead. This is a way to get another lesson. Don't care about Revitalize. The Plant Wall is good. Or good enough, I guess. Or we could get the Fractal Lesson. I think we want the Fractal Lesson. We're going to just hope the wall tables. We'll take the Death Toucher. Wait, what is this? Put a spell, remove 3. Yeah, I think we just want the Death Toucher. We do not really have a top end yet. That's definitely something that we're going to need. I say that, and then we, of course, don't get anything else that's remotely top end. So we're going to take this other lesson. That gives us ways to get 4/4s. We want none of these cards. So I guess we're going to just take... We already have all the fracture... so I guess we're going to just take Duress here. And then return permanent that's on his hand. Return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, it's in our colors, so we'll take it. Fight the counter. We have that counter spell for a non-creature spell, or this one for a creature spell. Look at the top two. Put any of them in your graveyard. The rest back on top. I think I'd rather have the counter spell. Costs less if it targets an attacking creature. I think we'll take the ratio. Exile its controller makes a thing. And we'll take that. I don't know if we're playing this, but we'll see. We'll take another field trip. That's good. So we have 3 ways to learn now. And so we have ways to get our lessons. We'll take the Satchel. Like, I don't know if we're actually going to play that, but another Strixhaven Stadium. What are we doing with this pack? I feel like we haven't gotten any great... Are we actually taking Stadium? We haven't gotten any great pick ones. Yeah, I'll take Stadium. I don't know if we're actually going to play that, but here we are. So we have this flyer, which I think is what we're going to... Oh, no, we got this guy. I really like this double power thing. So we're going to take that. Oh, we got this cool Kelpie guide. Untap another target permanent you control. Tap target permanent. That is only if you control 8 or more lands. Sure. Our biomathematician would be cool too. But I think we're going to just take Kelpie. Okay, so we have Brainstorm. We have another Kelpie. We have Professor. I kind of want to just rare draft the Brainstorm. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be good in this deck. Oh, we're snap taking Prismari. So this was Chris's top pick for the Elder Dragons. And so I'm kind of sad that we're not in red, really. But Chunk, what do you mean? You don't see the option to delete that message? What are you talking about? I'm confused. Return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand. Learn. Snow Day. Tap 2 creatures. Oops. Too busy reading. Too busy reading. I think we're going to take the... double major again. I think we're going to take that. Oh, no, maybe we take Apprentice. I'm going to take double major. Big play. So we're going to take this 1/3. We'll take the 3/1. We'll take the bio. I think the message deletes when you ban the person. I think it goes. That's what happens. Another Kelpie. Top 2 cards. Yeah, we'll take that. This is definitely a wonky mana curve that we have going on here. No, you're good. You're good. I was trying to do it the other way, And I was trying to like remove the message to delete them, and it just wasn't actually going anywhere. We have 3 of the, we have a full play set of the frogs. Perfect. There's no way we're playing all 4 of them, but here we are. Okay, let's see. So we're at 36 cards that are on color. And so that leaves us with what? Needing to get rid of 13 cards. We're not going to immediately take out Satchel. Not huge on Square Up. Can't believe we picked one. Weather the Storm. We definitely want to get rid of some of these. Resculpt, I'm not huge on. Let's Curate is fine. We're going to get rid of 2 frogs. Okay. Return target spell or permanent with mana value. This is like a counter spell learn, basically. Let's see. Do we have other life gain? We have weather. We don't really have life gain, so we're going to take those 2 out. Okay, and so now we need to ditch 6 more cards. Yeah, it's all good. Still new to this mod thing. No, you're doing great. I don't think we want the stadium. Five more cards we got to get rid of. We're going to get rid of that. It's too expensive. Golden Ratio's fine. I'm going to go down a Kelpie. Get rid of 3 more cards. We're going to go down 1 double major. How are we doing on instants and sorceries? We got 11. I think we're going to drop that. I think we're going to get rid of Divide by 0. Okay, so now what are we looking at on lands? Okay, put that in. Okay, and so now we have 17 or 16 slots, just a little bit more blue than green. And so we want like 9 islands and 7 forests. Okay, so we'll mix up our lands a little bit here from last time. Oops, went too far. Let's do this one. Okay, and let's just kind of see how this goes. I fully anticipate that we're going to brainstorm lock ourselves, and it's going to just not be a great time. But here we are. It's a rare that I actually like want to play the historic deck that uses it, so like, you know. Sure. This is not great, but I feel like it's kind of what we signed up for. Okay, let's see how we do. We're actually playing 2 colors, and they're actually 2 colors of one of the schools. And so just kind of see how this goes. We have Drake. That's going to be an awesome blocker. We'll have Biomathematician to create a bunch of stuff. There's the Brainstorm. Let's just play this. We'll be able to use the frog to actually blank some of their attacks. I think we're fine taking this. We honestly might just brainstorm into Weather the Storm here. I say that. We're going to play Biomathematician. I'd really like us to hit... oh, we didn't take the Quandrix Mage, did we? Yeah, we definitely took the other double major over that we then immediately took out of our deck. Here we are. Again, we did this to ourselves. What is this? Tap, target creature. It doesn't untap. Sure. Yeah, we're fine with that. We'll take the 2 again. Did not overly want another land. But... Okay, let's see what we got. Wow. Remember how I talked about how we were going to brainstorm lock ourselves? We did it. Yay. We don't overly care about that. Well, guess we're gonna just go ahead and do this. We're not gonna attack, because that would be silly. So brainstorm lock is a term for when you brainstorm, you draw 3 cards and you have to put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. And so one of the challenges with that card is that if you don't have a way to get rid of the cards, you just know what you're going to draw. And if what you're going to draw isn't good, now you're just stuck with it. And so that's exactly what happened, was, well, we brainstormed and then ended up stuck with those cards that we're drawing. Created, what's this? 2/0 and first strike, and then they get a treasure. Yeah, we're going to just take that. And so now we know we're drawing 2 more lands. And we don't really have anything we can do about it. Are we attacking here? Because we're playing double frog this turn. I think we are attacking. So like the dream would be like we draw this forest, then like the next draw is something that lets us learn, or is the big 7/7 worm. One of those. I guess that's really what we're hoping for. That's good. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to play the frog. Make this smaller. Play the other frog. Make this smaller. And double block just to be safe. Yeah. And I guess now we're just racing them. Whoa, a land. How's it going, Grant? Hope you're having a good one. We are in the middle of our Quandrix draft. And well, in the middle of, as in we finished our draft and we're in our first game. And so we managed to successfully brainstorm lock ourselves with our first brainstorm. Doing all right. Yeah, Quandrix. And so, but we went 7-2 with our first draft, which was really cool. We did Abzan because I couldn't decide, and it actually like worked out, which was super impressive. So I guess we're just attacking here, and then we're gonna play this serpent, and then I guess cross our fingers. And then just kind of, yeah, we're gonna just kind of like believe here, I guess, is really where we're at. How easy was it to splash, or was it a full 3-color deck? It was pretty close to a 3-color deck. We played 3 forests, and then we had 2 letters of acceptance, which tap for a mana of any color. And so, what is this? This is a cool looking pup. Exile an instant sorcery. Cool. I was actually like super impressed. We had one game, it was really only one of our losses that we got in trouble for having 3 colors, where we just had 2 green cards sitting in our hand. But other than that, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great. Definitely shouldn't have done it, but it actually like worked out relatively well, so that was crazy cool. This is fine. I also feel like I'm like super negative on my draft decks, where like my last, the 7-2, I was like, this is awful. There's no way we're going to do well. And then we actually went positive. Yeah. Wins are wins. Yeah. Our last win was someone who, oh, they're also playing Quandrix, was someone who, kept a 2-lander and then just didn't draw lands, and so we just kind of ran him over. Oh, the Apprentice, you know, that we should have kept instead of drafting the cards that we did. Yeah, so I think one of my last picks, I passed up a Quandrix Apprentice for a second double major, which was a huge mistake. So I think we're going to do this. I'm just go ahead and learn. Let's get this forest. Okay, so do we want the giant fractal or do we want the 4/4? I feel like we want the giant fractal. So then the plan will be, we'll make the fractal, then the next turn we'll play Biomancer and then attack. And then Golden Ratio. So we're going to draw 2 cards. Nice. And so we'll do that. Oh, I guess actually in this case we should have done it the other way. That was a mistake. The 4/4 would have just been better. So in that case, does that change us playing bad? Does that change things? I think we're going to play it this way. We're going to attack here. I think we're fine trading our Drake for their Drake if they were to block. And then the plan here is going to be to play a Bullrog. And then that way they hopefully won't think we have a second Bullrog for after we do our Fractal. This also lets us untap a land to make another mana for summoning. So what is, and then this is a fight. Is that what that is? Excuse me. So target creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. If permanent you control doesn't die this turn, you gain 2 life. So they're going to gain 2 life, but we're going to use this just to save our Kelpie. Or I guess make them just use more. Use more mana or something. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to untap. We're going to just hope they don't have like negate here or something. So this is going to be for 5. I really wish there was just a like max button. Jade, haven't played MTG in about 10 years, but it's cool to see how far it's come. Yeah. They've been doing a lot with the recent years and like, I guess you could say like working harder on the theming of the sets. And so like this one is all like built around the idea of a college. And so like this is Harry Potter basically, like legally distinct from, but so they've been doing a lot with that kind of stuff lately, and it's really cool. They did a set recently that was like fairy tale themed, and so a lot of the cards referenced those types of things, those myths. There's a lot of kind of just cool stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to lose this if they have a way of stopping our frog, but I don't think we can really do anything about that. Cool. Hearthstone does that a bit too. Digital card games and board games are really nice for helping teach. Yeah, that's like, especially with, I don't know a ton about Hearthstone. I played it very briefly, I think, when it first came out. But like, it's such a good way of having, like, so I would assume it's kind of similar to Magic in the sense that there's a lot going on if you don't know what to look for. And so, what is this? Oh, they're gonna, sure. I don't think we want to counterspell that. I think we would rather hold our counterspell up for something better. Yeah, we're fine with this trade. So there, we took out their Death Toucher. We're going to play this. We still have our reject open, and we have another fractal now. So, but yeah, so like just having like a rules system to actually like understand the rules. Yeah, it's mostly that you can't make an incorrect move. There's no question. Yeah, exactly that. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a counter on it. I forgot that this was a mana leak, and so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could start tapping stuff down. I feel like we don't want to do that. And then here we're basically just gonna just jam and attack with every. Yes, we got the. We got it. Okay, we're gonna play this. We're gonna sack a creature. Sack the fractal. Okay. Yeah, and then I think here we're just jamming with everything except the Kelpie. Like if they want to triple block our fractal token, we're fine with that. You learned some really difficult board games. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. Prism, like the worst part of it with the Dementus. Yeah, like I definitely think that that's a cool thing, and I hope that we see a lot. They just took it. I hope we see a lot more board game developers going that direction, where they'll actually like start to actually have a like licensed version of their game. Like especially like as opposed to like Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia or something like that. Wow, that's pretty good. So this gets them a land. Well, assuming they hit. This could be. I guess this could be a land or. Cool pop quiz, nice. You get to choose. Yeah, choose. Okay. But yeah, like I think, what is it? I play a lot of Ticket to Ride on mobile, just because like their app is super clean, and then I can, what is this? A biomathematician? Sure, we're not going to counterspell that. Our reject is definitely running out of time. We should definitely have rejected earlier. Come on, attack me. No. Okay, let's scry one. Welcome back. 1, 2, 6, 7. I don't think we want this. I think we would rather just, I say just get a random card. And then sure enough, it was a card that would have been better had we kept that. Okay, so we're going to send the big ones. Is pop quiz, it is an instant, okay. Yeah, we definitely should have sent the Drake there. That was a mistake. Because that would put them, if they didn't block, it would put them down to 2, and we would have a really solid clock. Yeah, we're fine with this. Scythe has an official one. Would like to see more games like that. Yeah, I still need to play the Scythe one. I think I demoed it, but I hadn't played the actual game yet. And like, I think I was like at a convention or something. So it wasn't one where I was like really able to sit in and like sit down and play a full thing. It was kind of just being like, yep, this is a game. But I definitely want to get back to it. And like we were talking about it a little bit earlier with Magic Arena especially, but I mean, I think it applies, and we've kind of been beating the drum on the podcast about it, where like a lot of those, what's this? Oh, they got the summoning, which of course is a sorcery, so we can't counter it. But we would like to see a lot more of the like games having those crossovers. So like you buy, like, so we talk about it a lot with D&D, where it's like you can buy the new book, but then you don't get it on D&D Beyond unless you re-buy it there. But there's no discount. There's no, oh, this is only 6. I'm kind of surprised that it's not more than that. We would love to see them attack with the Pledge Mage. Nope, of course not. Let's scry again. Do not want the land. I said did not want the land. And I guess we're going to just keep sending stuff. Like, we're still at 20. Yeah. That's fine. We're definitely in trouble to this Pledge Mage, but we still have our Drake. We can start using Kelpie to tap it down if we're really concerned, which actually might not be an awful idea. They have a Kelpie too. So now we're gonna get into like this fun like untap wars. Yeah, Quandrix's Pledge Mage feels really good. Give something flying, sure. The Pledge Mage definitely feels very good. Like just like the shell of like draw a card, get a land or a creature, fight a thing, draw some cards. Like just feels really good with Pledge Mage. We're gonna let them go to combat, and then we're gonna tap it down. That way we can't get hit. Let's go to... Oh, nope, we would like to scry. Serpent's good. We'll take Serpent. We definitely should have... I forget what it was. It was their frog. We definitely should have rejected that earlier. Especially in hindsight. Like... Funny thing is we're like just now in this like really weird tap-untap battle. Where like they're going to need to be tapping our Serpent. And we're going to need to be tapping their Pledge Mage. And we're going to just all be staring at each other. So they are down to 15 cards in library. I mean, it makes sense that they're trading that off, but it would be really funny to actually target creature. I didn't realize that was target creature. Oops. So we actually have lethal next turn. Now, granted, I'm sure they'll tap us down with Kelpie, but so they just paid for that. So I think we just have to let that resolve. Let's tap the Pledge Mage. Yeah, they're just like at the point where they just have so much mana that it's going to be so hard for us to get value off of reject. That's fine though. Let's pass. Are they going to let us attack with the Serpent? They are. So I'll make it so Serpent can't be blocked. We would definitely like Soothsayer to live. That way we can... Ooh. So they're going to tap that. But that's fine. Because, like, are they going to really attack? That's cool. That's cool. So they're going to counter all the abilities on the stack. So we can't... You know what? Let's untap a land. Let's just give this unblockable again. Like, we're going to definitely be taking a big hit here, but if they do anything too crazy, we should be able to just kill them on the crackback. But if you're with us in chat and you're new, We'd love it if you would drop that follow. Tomorrow night we'll be doing our podcast, 6:45 Mountain Time, talking about some geeky news. And then on, I guess it's not this Thursday, but next Thursday, the 29th, we'll be doing our book club for the month. Hey, we just drew that card. On Seraphina, which is a book all about math dragons. Yeah, I mean, I think we're taking the 11 here. Like, we only have to hit them for 2. And we have the ability to give 2 creatures unblockable. So this feels like we should be good. 5, 8, 9. Varoth, how's it going? Yeah, so we're going to give this unblockable. Oh, I guess we should have attacked. That's a mistake. Tap it down. That was definitely a big mistake on our part. Okay, so how are we recovering from this? I mean, I guess we're going to still... So we're going to just go to combat. We're going to just send the Kelpie. And then we're going to just give the Kelpie unblockable. And then, okay, and we got there. Yeah, that was a huge almost punt on our part. Doing the, yeah, GG's. Doing that unblockable before we attacked. So, but we did not get punished, and so that's always nice. And so, how are we doing? We're at 2.5 hours. We'll probably do at least one more game. Had enough to do it twice and force them to use a Kelpie. True. Yeah, this is great. We have Campus Guide into Field Trip. So this is kind of like the exact same curve that we had last time. Okay, let's do... nice and late. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and Field Trip. Do this. We're going to get the 4/4 this time. And we're going to just play that on our next turn. So that's really cool. That's a cool art. But yeah, good calls with hybrid mana. Oh, man. I was thinking, like, are we worried about a Quandrix on their next turn? And then, sure enough, we should have been. Okay, so what are we doing here? So I would like to hold up Reject. So I think we're going to play the Drake. And then we're going to just pass. Deals 3 damage to any target. Sure. Okay, they got a 4/4 thing. So what are we doing here? We're not... Yeah, we just got like maximum punish. You're gonna take the aforementioned nap now. Glad to catch this, catch some of this. Jake, thanks so much for stopping by. And I've got to say, the pure genius of putting a card called Reject into a school-themed set. We'll take that. There's a lot of really good school-themed like card titles in this one. So I think here we're gonna just play Kelpie into Ampliomancer. Like, so I don't think we have any. So Field Trip is another one. We don't have any other ones that are out, but there's a lot of really good ones. Expel is another one that's in this set. So what do we have? We have 6 lands, 7 lands. So I think we're gonna send these 2. We're in so much trouble. do this. When I say we're in so much trouble, we do still have Weather the Storm, so we can still gain some life if we have to. Okay. It's not really good for us by any means, but here we are. Let's end turn. So if we have to here, we can untap our elemental to trade with theirs. That's definitely like a losing proposition since we're just dead in 2 turns in the air, but excess damage is dealt to me. That's definitely a problem. So we're just dead, right? Yeah. We're just dead to the flyers. Because here, like, we could untap this, but it just doesn't matter. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. They had us. We're at 2-1 right now. Okay, so let's see. What was some of the other? Curate is another good one. Honor Troll. I've made my stance on puns well known. Double Major, Square Up. The Spell Satchel, which is definitely not a bag of holding. The Stadium is good. Pop Quiz. We already talked about Field Trip. And Double Major. Yeah, there's some really good ones in this set. Definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. I mean, we can't keep all blue cards. No. Oh, we finally got Double Major. I think we're ditching a forest here. I think we have more double blue, especially with our lessons, than we do double green. Or are we supposed to just get rid of Double Major? So Double Major on turn 5 gets us... would get us 2 biomathematicians. But we would need 2 lands to get there. So do we just ditch it and then go hope for Pop Quiz into Biomathematician into the lesson? I think that is what we do. I think we ditch Double Major. That seems like it probably is the best way. I just realized that behind me is like my stack of old book club books that I just have. Oh, I just clicked the wrong button. Well, we're keeping this 5. We don't want reject. And I guess we don't want... Okay, we're going to just be risky. That was a huge mistake. That might cost us this game. Just that brainstorm. We're going to pass. I think we're going to play Barog end of turn. And then we'll sack for Bio. Or Bayou. To get the 5/4. And now we just need to like hope to draw into stuff with Brainstorm. But now at least we have like a threat on board. I really like Field Trip. Like I don't necessarily think it's going to see more play than like Cultivate or any of those kinds of things. Exile a non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card. Sure. You're going to just let me attack? I mean, I guess you probably weren't blocking. But... let's do that. Let's brainstorm. We're going to hope for a land. Okay. The Double Major. So let's do double major and then Biomancer. We'll put Biomancer on top. We'll play this. So here, if they want to use their 5 mana, we're fine with that. Yeah. Like, it's not great, but... Okay. So here, we can no longer attack through the wall. So I think we want to just go wide. And then hopefully here, like, we can just start doing something. Mage Hunter, sure. That's we control, right? Copy target creatures spell you control. Yes. Man, I would like to copy Colony. That feels really good. We can't even attack now because of Mage Hunter. Yeah, so we got to just play this. It's funny that, like, double major would have been really good in our other hands. And then, what's this do? Exile it from your graveyard, draw a card, lose a life. Oh, that's cool. We just can't draw this land. We'll do this so we can at least, like, hold their life gain steady. Like, we don't really have anything else we can do. Nice. And then here, if we don't draw a land, at least we can hold up, reject, and then if cultivate, nice. That's a good Mystic Archive to get. They have a lot of mana. They have another one, and then they'll be able to do this also. Seems good. Okay, so we did not do that different power. We only have 2 different powers. Perfect. So hot take on the Mystical Archive cards. Ooh, what's your hot take? We're gonna do this now because I want the option of drawing a land there, which we didn't do, but we're definitely in a lot of trouble considering they have like 8 lands in play to our 3. You generally think the art in the English cards is more appealing than the Japanese cards. That is definitely a hot take. I think there's definitely some of the English ones I like more, but less hot take and more opinion based on personal taste. Yeah, I mean, it is like, I mean, I think it's kind of just like that challenge of art in general. Like, we saw it a lot. I know we talked about it in the Monday Night Mages group with the Faithless Looting and it's not Cultivate. I'm going to block this. We might regret this, but I think this is just an attack to get it in the graveyard. Yeah. Harmonize. There we go. With Faithless Looting and Harmonize. We're like, that art is like, we finally drew a land. The funny thing is, like, Golden Ratio is still just bad. But we're going to play the squirrel. We're going to attack with this. We're just doing a whole lot of nothing. They're already 18 cards. They're already halfway through their deck. I don't know what we're rejecting here, but here we are. Like, I don't know what their, like, 11 mana play is. Well, okay, touche. I was like, I don't know what we're countering. And then they played something that was perfect for us to counter. So, like, yeah, no. Okay, we got another land. Are we just casting Golden Ratio just to draw cards? I think we are. I think we're going to just take our draw 2. Okay, field trip is good. And we're now at the point where we can double Reckless, like Reckless's power. So that's definitely a good option. We're just holding them steady at 16. Nothing to see here, folks. We're probably pitching double major here to Soothsayer. We have so much mana. We're in so much trouble. So much trouble. What are they doing in their graveyard? Come on, opponent. What do we got? What do we got? Sorry, back to the mythical archives. I think it's super interesting that Japan always gets exclusive art. Because like that happened with the stained glass planeswalkers as well, where for War of the Spark, most of the world got stained glass, but Japan got the like anime style. And so I think it's just super interesting that this is now like the second exclusive art variant that they've had. They're gaining life on their turn. There's no way that's good for us. Oh, because they're going to sacrifice it. Sure. Again, no way this is good for us. Yeah, they're going to just create a giant fractal. But yeah, I think it's super interesting that this is now the second set. Well, not in a row, but the second set where they have Crux of Fate. Sure. I'm in danger. At least their thing isn't a dragon. So, like, yeah, we're going to definitely ditch double major. Like, this is the tutor to your graveyard, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to just field trip. We're going to get... So, yeah, so we're going to get the fractal summoning. We're going to play this, and then we'll pop quiz to get the 4/4. Yeah, sensation between WotC and the Japanese market. You don't remember the details, but it's a thing. Oh, interesting. Reach. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. A graveyard on the bottom. This is super interesting. I'm very confused to why you wouldn't just jam fractal summoning. Okay, so what do we have? We have 7 lands, so we can get a 5/5 thing. Or we can play summoning into Kelpie. And then kind of just hope that we stay alive a little bit. But yeah, I'd like to see like some of the other regions get... Oh, this is definitely not good for us. Some of the other regions... yeah, Kelpie's another mana next turn. But yeah, I'd like to see like South America or something get their own art. So what are we at? We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's an 8, which is big enough to block Woe Eater. Sure. We're definitely in trouble. I feel like I've been saying this for like the past like 10 turns, but we're definitely in trouble. So 10 mana. Yeah. So we do this for 8. They're going to put Crux of Fate back in their library. And then put the card into your grave and then shuffle. Okay. So that doesn't like strictly combo, right? Because this just puts a card in their graveyard and this puts it back in. We do have enough mana to tap down their Fractal. Just guarantees they can grow the... Oh, that makes sense. We're going to not attack. It's just like a guarantee loop, so they can... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They have 11 mana. Yeah, it's just like picking... I mean, I guess they're up on cards on us and all that stuff, but it seems weird of like... Again, I just feel like I would have cast... If I was them, I would have cast this Fractal Summoning a couple turns ago. Like looping something like that just feels solid. But, ooh. That's bad for us. Again, like this is another one of those where it feels like they should have just hit our Fractal Summoning a couple turns ago. Like, they just have another one, sure. Because if they would have done their Fractal Summoning, they could have been beating down with like a 6/6 here for a while, for like 3 turns. And they, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we're taking 7, I guess. Next turn, we're probably tapping down the Woe Eater. And that way they can't, like, kill us with it, but... Oh, they're just going to sack it to... Sure. Tend the Pest is nice. Probably worse for us here. Because they just, like, Lore Mage here, and then... Like... And then we just have to block Lore Mage, tap that down, and we're at 1. And then if a Pest ever dies, we lose. Yeah, so like we're gonna get like basically stuck at a point where in 2 turns, if they attack us with a Pest, we lose. If we attack into a Pest, we lose. We just have to do this. And they didn't Lore Mage there, I think, which is really weird to me. Like, on the end of their last turn, I definitely think that that's strange that they did not do that. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It just makes it so, like, we could trade with something. They're not going to attack all. Okay, they're just doing it in a very roundabout way. And we have to block. Like, we're going to end up at 1. Oh, no. Pests don't drain. I'm so dumb. I keep on thinking that they drain the opponent, not just... But they just gain you a life. What is this? Exile target creature or planeswalker. Okay. Yep. I've been saying it. We're in danger. Yep. Nice. They got us with the crushing disappointment. Very fitting. So I think we went 2-3 there. Oh no, we're 2-2. And so we'll do another one. Yeah, big mistake there was accidentally clicking Mulligan. We should have kept that 6. And I just clicked the wrong thing. This is fine. Like, we have a curve. And so we'll just go Squirrel into Field Trip into probably the make a 4/4 lesson. Whirlwind Denial is nice too. Okay, let's do this. Pick up the Forest. Get a 4/4. We're at 6 lands, so we're not too far from turning. What's Pilgrim do? Enter, search your library for a basic plains, put it in your hand, return it from the graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine to just attack here. If they want to trade, they can trade. Then we'll make a 4/4. The next turn we'll aerial list and double major it to get 2 flying 3/1s. Seems fine. And then we'll kind of just theoretically be sitting on all of our counter spells, like our Whirlwind Denial and our Weather the Storm, to gain some life. So let's do that. Let's auto pay. Okay, then let's double major it. Submit. Okay, we can turn off full control now. So we have 10 power in play. Like, that is a thing. They got the owl. I do not want to be owl. Again, here they want to trade. Like, I think we're okay with that. Like, they're down to 7, and we have 2 counter spells in hand. So, like, they're dead on board. And before they, like, mana tithe us for the win. Like, I don't know how they... Well, we were going to have 1 mana up, but, like, double mana tithe or something on our second counter spell to get us. Okay, what do you got? This is a very, like, long pregnant pause that, like, what are we doing? Okay. So they're gonna make me sack a creature. We're not about that. So we're gonna Whirlwind Denial that. And then they just concede? Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That was a nice curve. That was definitely like where we want to be. Okay. Dinner time. Have a good one. I'll catch you later, Grant. This will probably be the last game anyway. And so I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Golden Ratio. And of course we have 2 creatures with the same power. Thanks so much. I cannot wait to play Golden Ratio in some commander decks. Like, it just seems like a party. Like, if you can draw like 4 cards off Golden Ratio, that just feels so good. Play that. I think we'll play Borog end of turn. Just to use our mana. Okay, Biomancer isn't bad. Let's play this, just in case this is going to get us with something. Okay. Okay, so now at least we have 2 different powers. Ugh. That's not great for us. Let's play a land. So what do we want to do here? No matter what we play, we can't hold up Whirlwind Denial. So if that's the case, I think we want to play Kelpie Guide. At least this way, we now have more mana for our next turn. And we can go from there. I said this is probably the last game. It's definitely not. We're going to try to finish this draft. I say that this could be the last game because we would have loved to have denied that. Okay, so we got that. Let's draw 2. Okay. Let's pass. We can Kelpies to untap to Whirlwind Denial if we need to. Exile instants or sorcery, and then they get to cast it for 4 less. They can attack, not attacking with the bear. We can't tap something down yet. So let's brainstorm. Wow. Blech. Well, at least we know in 3 turns we're gonna... That doesn't really matter what we do. In 3 turns, we're going to actually have our 8 mana. Let's play this. And then I guess we're going to pass. So we could count. No, we couldn't. I say, could we counter this ability? But so we have 3 turns to... What did they exile? What is this? Deals 5 damage to target creature. Its controller takes the Okay. That's fine. So it'll still cost them 2. I can't click on their exile. Sure. There we go. Yeah, so it'll still cost them 2. That's really funny that they could not be able to cast it. And 5 or less cost 1 less to cast. Sure. We're in this like great staring contest. Whoa, look, a land. So we can't attack still, so we're gonna pass. Next turn we'll be able to attack with the rat. And then as long as... Ugh, that's not good for us. But we can't counter that. Again, I think it's really funny that they might, when you cast your next instant or spell, counter that, or copy that spell. You may choose new, sure. So here we're going to hope to just, that they'll cast something here, and we'll just get to blow them out with Whirlwind Denial. And we just get to counter both of those. Yeah, that seemed nice. Thanks. What? I mean, I think you're either attacking with everything or nothing there. So I'm gonna play this. What's next? We're gonna attack with the squirrel. They block with the bear. We can Borog it. They're not going to be able to cast their storm. Yeah, that's great for us too. Now we can start tapping them down if we don't need to untap. Just like weirdly sits in exile there because they couldn't cast it. Another bear? Ugh. I mean, are we just rejecting this so that we have a better Weather the Storm? I don't think we are. I think we're going to scry off of our campus here. Come on. Ugh, I need them to attack. I need them to do something. Double major doesn't seem good right now. Of course, I say it doesn't seem good, and then we draw a card it would have been great with. Okay. Let's attack with a squirrel. I assume they're going to just put the token... Oh, they did double bear? Okay, so if they have double bear, casting that has no benefit for us, so we'll just take this trade. We didn't tap one of their things at the end of the turn. That was silly of us. We literally should have tapped one of their bears, and this situation wouldn't have happened. Okay, let's end the turn. That was very silly of us. Oh, this is like infinitely sits there trying to remove a counter. That's funny. Very funny. Create 2 4/4s. That seems pretty good. Okay, let's actually be smart. Tap down their thing. We would really have liked our draw a card, discard a card guy. I feel like we've just been, this has like been like the mantra of this stream is we've been in so much trouble. But so they can double that thing's power. Let's pass to blocks. So we'll do this. They'll go to double. We'll bullfrog this. Oh, bullrog. At least it's not technically bullfrog. So now it's just a 2/4. So now we do get to kill it, and one of our things survives. Squirrel that we can counter. And then let's weather the storm to gain 12 life. Yeah, seems good. Let's tap the bear. It's a delay though. There we go. So we can pop quiz and get a 4/4. Or we can untap with Kelpie to get a 5/5. Okay, so if we do this now, we have great blockers. We can kind of hold the line and get them with our flyer. Yeah, so I think that's what we need to do. Yeah, for 5. And then, like, now we just have, like, a great ability to hold. That's really good against us. Our 3/1 in the air. They can't attack. That's good. I think we're going to just play both of these, and then we still have enough to scry. That's great. So we're going to just pass here. We're not going to attack in. We're 1 mana short of double activating this. That's cool. Okay, they have a campus. Oh, to say, that feels super aggressive. Let's tap this down. Oh, and then I forgot to scry. That's good. Okay, so let's tap this down. I love that I just like completely forgot to, like, I mentioned that they didn't scry, and then I completely forgot to do it too. I don't know why I didn't send with something else and give it an unblockable, but here we are. Come on, bottom. Okay, good. That's what we wanted to see. An upkeep scry? I mean, I guess they're in like a bad spot anyway, but I guess maybe the hope is that, because this could be a 5 mana instant, so Okay, so let's see. What do we got? So we have 9 mana. I kind of like... So if I just send with the Fractal and the Colony, that's 1 short. So I think I just send with the Fractal. Just send with that, give it unblockable. And then we can field trip. And then this gives us like a 2-turn clock for them. This being any creature is way better than I thought it was when I drafted it. Let's get this. Let's get another lesson. Let's end our turn. Oh no, Kelpie was tapped last turn. I was like, did we just forget to scry again? But Kelpie was tapped. Wow. Pulled that out. How are we doing? So this puts us to 3-3. Or 3-2. 4-2. Okay, we're living on the edge. This is so bad. We're gonna mulligan. This isn't better. But we're gonna keep this. We have it depped. So we're gonna actually click the right button. And so we'll play Adept on the next turn. Then now, like every turn, basically, we don't hit a land. We're just activating Adept and then pitching something. Especially if they're playing that. Yep. Activate. I do really like that. I think we're going to ditch Biomathematician. Well, here we are. We just discarded that. Okay, we're good now. We're gonna... I don't think we can get rid of Reject. I think we're gonna get rid of Pop Quiz. Play this. Next turn we can Field Trip. Get one of our lessons. And then probably the 4/4 with where we're at right now. And then go from there. Squirrel is good. Let's do this. Get the forest. Get the summoning. Not attack. We would like to be able to block one of their things if possible. That's really cool. Turn their 0/0 with a counter into a 4/4. And they have a flyer. Jeez. Must be nice. Must be nice. We're down to 10. Do they really have a pump spell here? They just have it all? No. Okay. I say that. Like, I don't actually know if a pump spell would have been that crazy there. Okay. So what can we do here? I think we're playing this no matter what. Because it's a 5/4. Although if... I guess we could just play it and not sacrifice, in which case playing this would just be better. We're taking 4 in the air, but this lets us hopefully lock down the ground. And then next turn we can aerial list. attacks. The next turn we can do this, and then we can trade that with their aerialist. And then just hope we're not dead. Cool. No, they are doing it. Okay, I'll take this block. Yeah. They did have a pump spell last time. Okay. Additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature. But we're not casting. So let's go full control. Sack a creature. Auto pay. This creature. And then copy this. Okay. We're still in danger. But at least now we're in danger with 2 5/4s. Just kidding. Now we're in danger with 0 5/4s. You keep meaning to ask where the symbol on my hat is from. So this is the PAX Explorers League, which is something that they do, and I got it at PAX West 2019, I guess, when we went as a podcast. And so I say as a podcast, but when we went, and so we ended 4-3. Blah, Matt, the numbers are hard. Ended up only spending equivalent to 100 gems on that last draft, so that feels pretty good. But yeah, so it was, I think, where was it? We were like, I was in the market for a new hat. Because I'll try to get like a new one that I wear like every year. Because I'm not one of those people that wears like a bunch of hats. We're going to go to the one camera. I tend to like get a hat and just kind of wear it for like the time straight. I don't like cycle through. And so I was looking for a new one, and Deanna actually spotted this, and she was like, hey, here's a hat. You're looking for one. And I was like, perfect. But yeah, so it's their Explorer League. I think every con is a different, like, I don't know if like galaxy is the right term. Different planet, maybe that's probably actually accurate. And so like, I think that one was also like Pluto or something like that. So I have a Pluto shirt that's PAX Explorers League as well. And so it's really cool. There's definitely some like, it's cool, like not overtly geeky symbol. I mean, it does say PAX on it. But like, it's one of those, it's a very nice reference for if people are like in the know and actually know what's going on with it. But, yeah, so I think with that, oh, actually, let's go. I took us off of Arena. Let's go back to Arena real quick. So let's take a look at what all we got. It doesn't. And they really changed the zoom on this. You used to be able to see a lot more cards. So we definitely got some cool stuff. Kind of just like talking through. Let's see what was not impressed with Luminancer in limited. It just kind of sat there too often. But that was also not a great. I mean, we went 7-2, but that was also like a very spread out draft. So really like Professor of Symbology. It was like a great way to get a free lesson pretty quickly in. Especially it was good with that ramp spell. What else? Kelpie is definitely cool. I like Kelpie a lot. What else do we have? Wasn't huge on Aerialist. Serpent was nice. You're wondering because it looked kind of like the Triumph seal from Destiny, and you knew I wouldn't be wearing something Destiny related. Yeah, I played a lot of Destiny 1, but I never really got into like the post game grind kind of stuff. But yeah, Destiny isn't exactly my like. I just haven't like kept up with it. But let's see, what else do we have? I feel like this Leyline card would be really cool in a actual deck where you get a lot of ramp and you can easily cast it. Owl was sweet. Of course, we didn't play Prismari. I really like Blood Researcher. Just pumping off of life gain was really cool. I say that I like a Johnny's Prodmate, so like it's kind of that same style card. Golden Ratio seems nice. We can never really got full value out of it. I don't think we ever got more than 2. Really impressed, with Fractal Summoning and Elemental Summoning. Those both felt like really good lessons to get. They're just a great way of like going field trip into one of those on turn 5. Just felt really good. And then, yeah, so I think those are the main ones that we got. I think these are all the other ones. A lot of these 4-ofs are ones that I grabbed just ahead of time. And so, yeah. What else? Dueling Coach probably is going to go in Hamza. I need to get a copy in paper. I should try Destiny 2 sometime now that it's free play. I definitely want to try it. Destiny, like, I feel like I liked the lore of Destiny a lot more than the gameplay. But I also just tend to not like super get into the, like the online only, or not online only, but a lot of online stuff. I just tend to not like stick around with those. We have 15 packs that we're sitting on. And so it's one of those where I just kind of like, I'll play for a bit and then just not quite get dedicated to it enough to actually like stick with it. And so, yeah. And so this is our battle pass right now. I mean, I have enough gems to get it, but right now I do not have it. Oh, these are pets. Nice. We'll do this. Hopefully I might stream some more Magic again sometime. It might just be like a spontaneous during the week kind of thing. As Chunk had asked at the beginning, the plan is second Sunday in May to be back and be back with God of War, since that's on the PlayStation Plus collection. So hopefully everyone will get back and hang out for that. And then also Monday nights, 6:45 Mountain Time, right here. People are always welcome. And then, of course, come hang out, Discord, social media, all of those places. I'm Cameron, and it's been a ton of fun. I will catch y'all all later. I hope you have a good rest of your day.